Hello my lovelies and welcome back to another day in the life of a corporate babe. This time I'm showing you a productive morning routine on one of my study days. If you did not already know, I'm a degree apprentice, which means that to meet the apprenticeship standard, 20% of my working time has to go towards study. Or one working day. But you can definitely tell by my voice that I'm a little bit nasally. Your girl is going through it. Please, you'll have to bear with me because this study day is definitely one that you want to watch. I don't see many people talking about this, but every day before I shower, I dry brush. There's definitely some sort of technique you're supposed to use when doing this. Someone please correct me in the comments because I'm definitely doing it wrong. I think you're supposed to go with your lymph nodes or something like that. Anyway, that stuff really hurts because you're using a ball bristle brush. It is a hard brush. It makes my skin red afterwards, but it's great for exfoliating. And lymph node drainage or something like that. I don't know what I'm talking about. Of course, after exfoliating, I had my shower. I do not recommend the feeling of hot water against freshly dry brushed skin. It's like the worst pain ever, but it's worth it for the exfoliation. And clearly by the look on my face, I was not the only one who needed a clean. Thank goodness I decided to change the bins out on this day because there was a hole in the bin bag. Which could have led to an absolute disaster had I left it a couple more days. And I'm starting to wonder when this bin was ever clean. This bin was here when I moved into this apartment. Usually my flatmate gives it a clean, but this time I decided to do it. And why was it so dirty? It was genuinely so bad that I had to throw out the sponge that I used to clean it after I was done. There was no way that was going to stay in this house. Of course the productivity continues because after scrubbing my hands clean for what felt like an eternity, I started on the washing up. And no, I definitely did not use the same sponge that I used to clean that bin. That is long gone. Then it was time to make some breakfast. Now, I'm usually not a breakfast girly, but I had some Greek yogurt that I had to use before I went to Amsterdam. So I decided to make myself a Greek yogurt bowl. When I opened the fridge, why did I have so many leftover vegetables that I just knew I wasn't going to use? And some of them were a little bit frozen because there's definitely something wrong with my fridge, so those did have to go in the bin. Which I'm not 100% mad about because they were a few weeks out. Like I said, thankfully they were frozen. But to make the bowl a little bit more nutritious, I added some oats and some honey. This is the elite breakfast. If I had some blueberries, that would have been perfect as well. And with all the energy I gained from having that breakfast, I started to do my study. But just because it's a study day doesn't mean that I get to look like a bum. So of course I did a full face of makeup just for the fun of it. I hope you enjoyed watching.